You know what my favorite thing is? We're getting to put the damn loop on on the BGM. God damn it! Ah! Here, hold on a second. Okay, we're gonna play it. Fade out. Nice. There we go. Quality 10 out of 10. We faded the audio out. Welcome, Cavalier. So yeah, actually, so I remember we did this before, and I've been meaning to do it for like a while. I just like don't remember to do it. I should really assemble a playlist of Blue Archive music that I just want to blast while playing Slay the Spire. I should really do that, because it does not get me copyright obliterated. And it's, you know, better than listening to the Slay the Spire soundtrack for the 7 millionth time. I was really expecting the drop, and then it didn't happen. Granted, it wouldn't have anyways, and the ending caught me off guard. Hello! Welcome. How's it going? What it be, what it do? This new way of putting chat like right beside the game window is very weird to me. I think it's better because I don't need to like turn my head to talk to you guys, but it just feels weird. Yeah, we're playing Flagbearer today. We don't have a whole lot of time, so we're just gonna jam some runs. I didn't really edit cards. The only thing was Excalibur isn't cumulative. I added strength to the scaling, though. Just in case you wanted to, like, pair this with haste or blessing. So I thought it was appropriate to add strength scaling instead of just Aura Might, because that, you know... Like, you could just pop a haste and then want to smash someone with Excalibur. So... Implying anyone picks Blessing or Excalibur, or Blessing or Excalibur or haste, and also inspiration gives strength, so yeah. Oh, I also played like I played so many hours of I played way too much of that BlazBlue game yesterday, so we're probably gonna have to play one of them on stream. I played so much of it yesterday. It was unhealthy. Game is really fun. Blessing isn't bad. I agree. I really like Blessing. But it's a joke because Poi doesn't like Blessing. Alright. Random common relic. Transform a card. Pretty sure it's just a relic. Hey, with this, maybe Blessing is finally good, but probably not since the best way to use it is still Airy and Feathers, so it doesn't change a ton. Yeah, I think Feathers has higher whatever. Indeed, can't wait for more Jin, Ragna, or Cat Girl stream. Yeah, I mean, I was playing S and I was getting a hang of popping the fuck off on them. Also, Rance, thank you for the 12 months. So that means you finally have your winged banner, right? Sick. I think I understand Ragna better. I played some Ragna. Kokonoe definitely felt the clunkiest to me. I don't really want to play it. But, you know. And Jin... I haven't played any runs as Jin yet, but I played as S, and then I seem to have gotten to the... I beat the Act 3 boss, basically. The equivalent in Slay the Spire to the Act 3 boss, and then it's like, you actually lost. Haha, I gotcha. And I'm like, fuck. That means that they actually want me to play on the harder difficulty, Then I tried the harder difficulty, and it was much harder, and I was like, ah, shit. There's a lot. I'm gonna turn into a BlazBlue entropy effect streamer and just play it all next week, clearly. Just completely abandon all my other playthroughs. After image, more like haven't seen him image. Caliburn can also benefit from the Shuriken Brainrot combo. Oh yeah, that'd be pretty good. Time to grind meta upgrades. I mean, that, yeah, basically. It's funny because the one thing I noticed that was very interesting, and again, keeping in mind that it's an early access game, so like this is one of those things where it's like, I'm not sure how confident they feel about this design decision, but when you have an Evo type, so those are the things you bring in for the legacy skills, there's the two like main skills that they bring, which is basically stuff from the character, right? Like Jin's dash effect, you can just slap on another character. Like, you can just do that, right? But if you have a high enough ranking Evo type, like, it gives you a score, right? So if you have a high enough ranking Evo type, you can just store a skill. And that seems fucking broken. So I get the feeling that that game's just gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna go grind a Jin run, and then I'm gonna store like chain lightning on basic attack. It's like, that seems really strong. Like, it's probably the point, because the hard mode stuff seems pretty difficult, but it's just a bit weird that you can, like, you know, as a roguelike thing, that you can just like store two skills of your build. That seems weird. It's a common thing for hardcore roguelike players to hate on. Well, yeah, it's a difference between a roguelike and a roguelite. I mean, it's pretty clearly a roguelite because there's meta progression. And, you know, I say this as with all design decisions, but, like, it just depends how the game is structured. So, like, there's clearly a numbers balancing behind the BlazBlue game. Like, behind entropy effect, it seems like there is a, like, number scaling thing. And you can't approach that kind of number scaling, basically, with without meta progression. Start practicing with Jin. Oh my god. Lance, you've been super chatting a lot. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I prefer the meta progress to be low, like Slay the Spire, not Vampire Survivors or Hades, where the meta progress is almost everything. Yeah, exactly. So it's like, there's a scale, but I think the more important thing to recognize is that, let's say, so Slime Boss has, what, like 280 HP or something like that? Okay, let's just say that Slime Boss has X HP. 250? Yeah, so Slime Boss has 250 HP. The difference between a roguelite and a roguelike, like literally the difference in how you would balance this boss, is that all of the cards that I can get between here and Slime Boss, 150? Yeah, sorry. But the point is, Slime Boss has a certain amount of HP. The difference between a roguelike and a roguelite is that a roguelike assumes that from this node to this node, you should be able to get enough damage to do 150 HP worth of damage. Like, period. Like, flat. Like, you don't need more meta progression in order to do more damage. Whereas a roguelite assumes, okay, the player's probably not gonna get to, like, here anyways. Thank you again, Rance, for the super. I really appreciate that. Like, a roguelite assumes you're gonna make it to here and then die. Or you're gonna make it to, like, here and then die. And whatever, then they'll offset, like, your progress a little bit. But by the time you get to here, if you have not meta progressed at all, the HP is actually gonna be 250. right? So, like, you can't do 250 worth of damage with the starting cards in Slay the Spire. I mean, you can, right? But I'm saying that the difference is, in a roguelike, all of the balancing is static. Like, I am assuming that you just have the one amount of damage or progression of damage, and you need to do 150 by the time you get here. In a roguelite, the scale between doing 150 and, like, 350, for example, is dependent on your meta progress. So, like, I'm gonna give the boss more HP than what you could probably reasonably deal with if you haven't done the meta progression yet. It's just different systems, right? So, like, whether you like one or the other is a preference, which is fine. But I'm saying that it's like, both are fine, it just depends on how you balance the game. Realistically. Like, it'll result in different design decisions. Yeah, item unlocks can be considered meta progress. Again, it depends, but I guess it's whether you want to have kind of like a leveling system or not. Yeah. And I wasn't being specifically accusatory, Poi. I just meant to, like, point out that it's interesting that there are, like, that you can do both, realistically. Why do I have an upgraded command? Did I... Oh, I got a common relic, which was whetstone. I see. One damage. Disgusting. Yeah, it's like, I feel like if there's low meta progression, you feel like you're just mastering a system. Like, you don't feel like you're getting held back by anything. But, yeah, so that's a low meta progression. Whereas, like, a higher meta progression makes you feel like you're leveling up. Like, you have that, like, MMORPG feeling where you're like, yeah, now my thing's gonna do more damage or whatever. The interesting thing is that, like, you're still improving using the roguelike model. So, for example, one of the meta progressions in the BlazBlue game is having more heals at the start of your run. But the reality is that once you improve, you won't use as many heals. So, it's like... I don't know, it's just interesting. Because... because you're still leveraging the system. Whereas I think someone who's, like, particularly reductionist would say that meta progression means there's no skill. I'm obviously, again, I'm not claiming anyone here is saying that. I'm just saying that someone who would, like, completely reduce it and say that, okay, well, if the balancing of the boss is completely around the meta progression, that means that there's no skill improvement through runs. But, like, this literally happened yesterday, and it's like, I'm sitting on, like, 5 heals by the end of my S run, because I just don't need the heals anymore. But part of the meta progression is to get more heals. My dislike of meta progression is somewhat born of my disdain for Vampire Survivors and its ilk. I see. It's fair. I haven't played Vampire Survivors. All I know is I've watched multiple people play, what's it called? I've seen people play Hollow Cure. That's the one. It depends entirely on whether the game on the game whether meta progress removes skill barriers. Yes. I think this is like more of an opinion, but I feel like it'd be better if you still keep intact to the improving over the course of runs in the game. I think that's more core to the experience of dying many times and then getting better at the game. Like, for example, I don't think people are particularly interested in in just playing and like deleting bosses eventually. Like, I don't want to have infinite scaling in my roguelike to just like kill things. Like, I want to get better at the systems. It's just a matter of like having that feeling of, I think, of leveling up. The like getting stronger thing, I think. I feel like I'm like really low on attacks and I maybe should have bought an attack instead of selling one, but it's okay. We're just gonna get a really good strike off of this and it's gonna be great. I played a game called RoboQuest recently with some really weird meta progress where you'd mostly add mechanics, not stats. Huh. It's weird. And it's the same as, Entropy effect gives you more stuff to do, I suppose. This is, like, kind of concerning. Because I have, like, 3 attacks. Like, if this is Knob, I fucking die. God damn it, why? Why did it have to be Knob, bro? Might actually be able to get one. Yeah, okay, we're fine. I was just concerned if I, like, you know, didn't have stuff. I guess having one time walk is, like, pretty good. I'm kind of addicted to that feeling of grinding until you overpower the enemy. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think it's an interesting thing, I guess. Because I personally am not a huge fan of just, like, over-grinding, you know what I mean? Like, it's one of the reasons why I don't like Pokemon games. Because I feel like I just over-level something and then I'm really good at the game. It's like, well, I mean, your level 30 thing can't do anything against my level 50 sweeper, so get shit on. I feel like I'm low on cards, but I also don't want to rest. I really need another attack card. Oh wait, we just picked Excalibur. What am I talking about? We're totally fine. Wow, this was like the worst of every option that I could have picked. Amazing. We get something like Meta Progress Grappling Hook. Risk of Rain lets you do all the getting overpowered without any of the meta progress. Item stacking Gober. I mean, sure. You definitely grind for power, or like you get more powerful as a roguelike goes on, you know? Like that happens. Grinding is the worst way to play a game for me. It's unfun to grind, and the payoff is removing challenge from future encounters, making the rest of the game also less fun. Yeah, that's basically how I feel. I think there's like a certain catharsis for people in having the challenge removed, where it's like your efforts pay off, basically. Where I guess it's kind of like practicing an artistic skill, for example, where it starts very difficult to draw a face, for example. But then once you get comfortable with drawing a face, you're like, it's not hard anymore. And you can like appreciate the catharsis of just being good at the thing. Like, it doesn't need to be hard. You just do it. Right? So I think there's a certain value in the concept of like taking baby steps to to like improve and then eventually like be stronger than something. Like, I think there's a mirror there to reality that like people probably like vibe with, or like people feel like makes sense, you know? Like, it makes sense that if I grind and get more powerful, then things should be easier. Like, if I put my time and effort in investing in a skill, I feel like it should pay off and make things easier. But overall, I'm not a huge fan of grinding. I prefer to just run my face at things. Debating if I want to go to the shop. I don't think so. Let's fight another elite. Do I want to remove a card? Not really. Okay. I think that has less to do with the system and more so how they implement. That's why the newest DLC is being said as hard, since its end game and bosses are implementing real strategies. I don't know if I understand. What is this in context to? Pokemon? Is it in relation to Pokemon, or what? Pokemon, that's fair. I'd rather the game become easier because I got better, not because the enemy got relatively weaker. Yes. So the problem is that since there is a distinction between... like, there's a disconnect between the character you're playing and who you are, right? Not everything can be represented as a skill. So it's like, if I get better at doing something artistically, right? Like that... like, how do you represent someone getting better artistically from a game standpoint? Like, the temptation is just to be like, okay, well, I improve the art skill on the character, therefore the skill check to make something artistic becomes easier, right? So it's like a way to represent combat stats getting better is simply the increase of a stat, because you can't actually become better at interacting with the combat system or dodging more attacks or whatever. The only thing I can do is increase the % chance that you will dodge something, right? And then it becomes a numbers game. But certainly that's why I think, like, action RPGs are fun, right? Like, they're fun because you get better as the person instead. Like, there's a direct representation of yourself getting better rather than the stats getting better. But I'm saying that the existence of stats making a character get better is because, like, some things can't be represented by you getting better at the game because the system is inherently limited. Like, a turn-based combat system is inherently limited. So... and yeah, it's just satisfying to go back to a boss and beat them. Not to mention, in most games, they make that playstyle optional, since it's a playstyle some people don't like. Then don't grind is usually a fine option for a good game. Grinding should always be optional. Yeah, exactly. And, like, this is why I'm saying, or I think the core, right? Like, you have to think about the core, which is that, like, let me think about this. So, like, the most reductionist way of looking at puzzle design is that, like, there should be interesting ways for me to, like, approach the problem that have nothing to do with numbers. Right? Like, it should just be, like, think about the interesting actions you can take. Like, it should be completely abstracted to what actions are fun to take. Right? And, like, what the depth is of the decisions that you're making. So Slay the Spire, for example, is a deck builder, and the reason why it's so fun, or one of the reasons, is that, like, you have a very, very simple verb, which is draft a card from a selection of 3 cards. So that is a verb that you do as a player. The depth of that verb is so incredibly deep that you can make an entire genre off of it, which is deck building. It's like that. The simplest action of like picking a card is so deep, right? The action is what's fun. You could say that you're picking from 5 cards or 3 cards, or you're given 2 decisions, or like scaling it to picking 3 cards is better and gives you like 8 more damage or like 10 more damage. But like the fun part is the action, which is selecting the cards, because you can get better at selecting the cards. So it's like, it's true that like a good game will have like a verb that is good, so that you can like learn the verb and get better at the verb. So like I think that's true. But I think also when there's like in certain turn-based games like that are represented by numbers, like there has to be a certain amount of abstraction, because like we can't represent your ability to dodge things better in a turn-based game sometimes. Like it's just not possible. So the thing that we can do is raise your dodge chance, which is a representation of your percentage chance to dodge something. Because it's not like you dodge everything in an action RPG anyways. There's like a 50% chance that you miss it. So I don't know. What about 1 in 20 cards? Or heal? Yeah, exactly. So about decision making, I don't actually know what I'm doing here. I think what I was supposed to do actually was to command and then have Excalibur. I think that's what I'm doing. That's fine. So we're gonna hold command, and then we're gonna hope we draw Excalibur. We're hella good at this game. I missed a momentum swipe! Fuck! I'm in pain. But yeah, I'm so bad at this game. I just wanted to mention because I think grinding is underappreciated. And I know that people, it's like, certainly there's something to be said about like actions being more interesting than like just grinding. But I think it's also fair to say that like there are people who enjoy simply the feeling of becoming stronger at something, and then your foe's becoming weaker. Divine Clash is good. Okay. You and JRPGs follow that example, as most bosses have weaknesses and attack patterns that if you know can beat them under level, because even turn-based is like a puzzle. Yeah, it depends. It's not that turn-based as a genre is a puzzle. It's that like it depends how you implement it. So for example, say the Spire is a turn-based game, but part of your analysis of what you are supposed to do, obviously I can't do anything with this hand, but part of how you're supposed to figure, actually that's not true. I could like hold barrier next turn and use block potion, but you see enemy intent, which gives you a layer of analysis that lets you like choose what you want to do, which is an interesting thing. I actually watched I watched the GDC talk from the developer, I think the main designer, I'm not sure, of Slay the Spire, and it's really interesting. They said the intent system took them like an exorbitant. I'm trying to find the right term. Like they spent a lot of fucking time on the intent system, basically. With one of their main things being like if the enemy AI is just completely random, it feels like you get shit on. So the fact that they exorbitant amount of time on the intent system, which is really cool because this is like the interesting part of this game is being able to know what they're doing so you can make informed decisions. Whereas like in another turn-based RPG, you might see something like the boss shifts into an aggressive stance, and then it implies that the boss is going to attack with like some big attack next turn, and then there has to be like reasons where you would or would not do particular actions and stuff like that. My top 4 games of all time are all pretty stat-heavy RPGs, so I can like a good stat game, but in them I never grind and try to leave it up to skill as much as possible. Yeah, and that's like indicative of a good system, right? As we explained, where like, if there are decisions for you to make in the system that are greater than the influence of skill, like of just leveling up, then you could probably say that's a good system. Like, that's an overgeneralization, but like, you can see how that would be indicative of like, there are decisions I can make that like lead me to victory that have nothing to do with having too many stats over the boss, right? And sometimes those are like macro decisions, like what skills you choose and stuff like that, but like crafting a synergy is probably like, that's not quite the same as hey, I have 15 more strength than my opponent, so I go bam and then they die. Like I think the funniest thing about Flagbearer, because I was looking at the numbers when I was trying to find out what I wanted to do with it, is that like this character doesn't do a lot of damage. I think until you're stacking like 3 aura cells, like actually surprisingly does not a lot of damage, like in comparison to Ironclad. Like Ironclad can pick like 1 in flame and then have a lot of damage for lack of a better way of saying it. And then it's like, okay, all right, the average damage in this deck is yeah, I'm trying to think. I mean, like, I wouldn't be able to figure it out because Excalibur is a weird card, but anyways, it's funny. Yeah, like, the damage is kind of low if you aren't literally comboing off on people. Which is exactly why we're upgrading Excalibur. It's probably wrong, but it's fine. Beep. I think if we stun the split, that's better than not doing that. We did not end up stunning the split. That was pretty good. Good turn. I think that permanent strength inspiration should help with that a little bit. Yeah, I wanted to add scaling options that were adjacent to picking Aura XL. I think Aura XL is still like one of the better cards, but I mean, that's fine. I was also thinking of maybe changing it to something else, but Blessing. Blessing's kind of good. So is Aegis Bash. That's why I enjoy Pokemon Teal Mask as endgame content. Game Freak took the strategies of competitive players and made teams based on them, so you actually had to have some understanding to beat them. I mean, sure, it's just that, like, I think a lot of the big decision making in Pokemon is kind of like rock, paper, scissors, right? Like the main thing is choosing between swapping and attacking, right? I think. So I'm just like not huge on that. Like even if there's a higher level of play of that, it's kind of like. Oh, well. I was on minus dexterity. Whoops. Nice. And Liquid Memory is Excalibur, just seems very strong. I'll pick this card. You know what? Card got changed. Play that card. Can't wait for it to be awful. Actually, you know what's really funny is that I could cast Blessing and then my entire run is over. That's pretty funny, honestly. Pillars is a good card, but we already have like a thing that we're doing. So I think Terra Reality lets me pick up a mid-second. Do I want to remove something? I returned to my family home for Christmas. Unfortunately, the internet in the countryside is almost non-existent, so I won't be on stream until January. Have a nice game and evening, dear viewers. All right, thanks for checking in, Piotr. Hope you have a good holiday. I am thinking of potentially being similarly absent. Or, like, I actually really want to play Entropy Effect. But there's like a few things I kind of like need to do, I guess. I'm looking into getting a new chair, and that means I need to like go to the place to see if the new chair is good or not. I wonder if this is gonna break something. Do you think 4 Miracles is gonna do silly things? I kind of want to see what's gonna happen. Oh, sick Blessing. Nice Blessing. Hey! That's a cool synergy. We'll go to these campfires. Not necessarily their setup moves, switch ends, not to mention a lot of team planning. Well, yeah, I think the main thing that I was talking about was when you're in a battle, what are the decisions that you make? Obviously, there's a lot of team planning. Or, like, determining what things have what moves. Like, sure, that exists. But I think it, yeah, I'm just not a fan. Feels too random. You better be playing my boy because I'm watching with the 9 on deck boy. 9 on deck. Well, so you said Jin, right? You wanted to see a Jin run? I mean, if we lose this one really fast, we can go play Jin. Flagbearer Miracle, bad card, not to be confused with Watcher Miracle. Yeah, it's actually really funny because I remember someone on the Discord was like, why is that card named Miracle? There's already a card named Miracle. Why are you confusing people? And I'm like, it's a funny MTG reference. The reason it's called Miracle is because it is a funny MTG reference. Don't at me. So I'm not too fond of singles in Pokemon. Doubles feel a lot more prediction-based, and it's faster to boot. It's fair. There's like more synergies and stuff too. I don't have an AoE card. I wonder if Lightning Spear is good. This card's like not particularly strong. New DLC is all double battles. It's cool. There's a reason it's the official competitive format. You should rename the card to Garbage because that's what it is. Recall Focus My Beloved. Well, the interesting thing is that like I changed Miracle so that it's like half decent. Because I realized that this card is what this card is supposed to be. I'm pretty sure, I'm 90% sure when I was thinking about this. What this card is supposed to be is the 0 mana put a random card in your hand card. So I think every character has a 0 mana put a free card in your hand in some way. Like Foreign Influence is Watchers. Like there, and then there's one for, I'm pretty sure there's one for every character. But that's what this card was supposed to be. And then I was like, yeah, but like I feel like you should need to pay mana for things because casting a 3 mana spell for 1 is still pretty value. But the thing is, like, having it happen next turn is bad. Like, Suspend is so bad that, like, it's just... So now it's 0 mana play 1, 0 mana play 2. Which is probably too good. But it's okay. This patch isn't live. And probably never will be, but it's fine. Fight this elite. And die. Emit. This one. And then... bonk. Can only bring 4 of your 6 Pokemon in each set of a best of 3. Yeah, so it's like you prepare for... It's like sideboarding, right? Where you can like prepare for particular matchups. Considering you can't set it up by scrying because it happens after you draw, it was really bad. Yeah, I think there was a reason why I had to do it that way. I think. But yeah, anyways, it's bad. I honestly just feel like I wish... There's a bunch of cards that I wish could just be, like, better. That, like, I don't specifically know how to make better, but it's okay, because this mod is dead. Oh, did my Blessing get memed on? Hell yeah. Hell yeah, let's go. Let's go. Blessing bug, let's go. Can't wait for that to happen more times. It's just so sad. It's like clearly the thing you want to happen is like to Miracle Blessing off the top, and then it's just like gets fucked every time because you're planted. It's so funny. It just vanishes because it's a power. Yes. It's so funny. I knew that's been there. It was reported a while ago. I tried fixing it, but you, like, literally can't. Or, like, I could fix it. Like, I tried to put a failure state where if you try to cast it with the flag being held, that it would make a copy in your discard pile, and that just, like, broke everything. It's really funny. You should add Suspend, Scry, Blah to Miracle. Oh, that'd be really cool. That would actually be so... Wait, that's so cool. Because then you're like searching for a miracle. Like a thing to cast. It's pretty cool. I could see that. I don't want to get rid of another strike. I think I was the one who reported Miracle Eating Blessing. I don't know. Let me see. Because I think it's still on the workshop page. Okay. Well, it does not appear to be here, but I posted it to Bugs, so... I might have been you. From here was Bottled Chaos. Damn. Oh, that makes sense. Honestly, I think what would be cool if Game Freak, instead of just adding one gimmick mechanic, made a game where you can use all the gimmicks they added. Different attack styles, like Megas... and Dynamaxing Z moves. Yeah, I see. The thing is, like, I don't know if it makes a whole lot of sense to actually have all of those all at the same time, because there would need to be like a reason to be using all of them. Otherwise, people would, you know, converge on a particular gameplay strategy. So, yeah, the thing is, it's like. See, this is the classic example of, like, players understand that they want a particular thing, they just don't know what to actually do. Like, some people could, like, consider this pretentious, maybe. I don't know. But it's kind of like... Oftentimes, you'll have, like, players complain about something, and then suggest a solution. But the problem is that, like, usually the solution is bad. the first comment, or like the complaint, or like the thought of maybe this could be better, is usually valid because you're playing it and you feel a particular way. The problem is that the solution is like, man, I'm playing this medieval game where there are swords. It's kind of boring, right? It's kind of boring that this game only has swords. So, you know what? I feel like we should add guns. This game needs more guns. This is a really stupid example of it. But the point is that if someone says that the swords are boring, and it's because when they're playing that, like, they legitimately don't have fun interacting with the swords, it's that, like, it means that the swords aren't fun. So that's valid. But the solution is, like, clearly off-kilter. I just said it would be cool. I mean, yeah, and I'm saying I don't think it would be cool, because they likely don't fit together. I actually don't think it would be cool, because there'd be too much shit. And no actual reason to be choosing any of things. Well, I'm taking a bunch of damage on turn 1. It's kind of unlucky. They were definitely OP, but fun as Pokemon that were Banner by Game Freak became somewhat viable. Like Beedrill, Game Freak, please buff my boy. Sorry, I hate to break it to you. Bonk. Big Excalibur do big damage. Anyone saying Mega Beedrill was viable is lying to themselves. Rest in Beedrill, bro. We have 4 defends in the entire deck. Second barrier, let's go. At least you could use them. I mean, sure. You could always use them, though. Don't think I want apparitions. Wow. The quad miracle combo. 0 brain power. Cast miracle. My blessing get stuffed again? No. Reinforced banner seems good. It's like we have a bunch of mana upgrades. Recall focus is like maybe something. It's like all of these are mana upgrades. Which is kind of sick. I guess if I'm trying to resolve a blessing, 0 mana at mid-second is pretty good. Do kind of feel like Formless Rapier could use some tweaking. Not necessarily buffs, but some general tweaking. Yeah, my problem with Formless Rapier is that it's supposed to be a copy of it's supposed to be a copy of the, like, if vulnerable, then this card is free. But the problem with those cards is that when those cards don't have Paradox, they go infinite. And the go infinite condition on this card would be if you're not planted, draw a card. So your deck becomes don't plant anything, have 10 cards, and then 2 Formless Rapiers. It's just like really lame. The main issue with Mega Evolution is opportunity cost. Sure, you could make your Beedrill better, but it's still worse than your opponent's entire team, and now you can't even Mega Kangaskhan. Problem is he literally did nothing. I want my boy to KO something. It might be a wasted Mega, but my boy was stronger than pre-evolution. Well, see, like, here's the thing though, right? Is that, like, you can still... The opportunity cost of Mega evolving your Beedrill is that you don't give a fuck, and you're gonna drill them with Beedrill, and they can suck your big Beedrill stinger. I'm talking at least in PvE. Obviously in PvP, if they're unplayable, they're unplayable, but, like, what are you gonna do? The upgrade for Formless Rapier feels really sad, because it is. It should probably be stronger. It's what? It's like 2? I think it goes from 4 to 6. Because normally there's, like, scaling with cards that are free, that are, like... Cards that cost more mana usually upgrade to deal more damage. Like, more damage proportionally. Because you need to keep the damage per mana intact. So it's like if everything only upgraded for 4, that means that I keep saying mana, 1 energy cards will do more damage per energy because everything upgrades by 4. So you need things that are 3 energy to upgrade by, like, more than 4. But when I was balancing Formless Rapier, I was like, Oh, this thing costs 0, which means it should upgrade less. I think you can actually see the same thing on Deflect. I think Deflect only upgrades by 2. Oh, Deflect upgrades by 3. Yeah. So, I mean, Formless Rapier could upgrade by 3. I don't see a problem with that. But then I have to do a balancing pass. I don't actually want to do that. When 1,000 people come to this live stream and tell me they want Flagbearer to be changed, I'll change it. That's a lie. I'm probably going to change it anyways. It's just funny to me where it's like +2 damage on Formless would feel a lot less bad if it didn't have Paradox. It's like, the problem is I don't know how to change it so that it's not broken, you know? It's like, should it just kind of be better? What's that other uncommon card called? I don't know. BRB making some alt accounts. Amazing. No, like, I'll probably update it eventually. I just, like, you know, I wanted to stew on it. Even PvE, his stats are so low, even when overleveled, he's in danger. Usually because his early evolution, so he's about as your first starter's evolution. Gotta go make some alts. Oh my god. Which makes sense from a game design perspective, but I love my boy too much to abandon at endgame. Yeah, so you're saying that like he's kind of supposed to be an early game do something character? He's supposed to do things in the early game, and then kind of scale off late game, where like you replace him with a different Pokemon, but you want them to be good going into the late game. Which is kind of like, you know, I'm not really sure how much it depends on what the design intent is. So if the design intent of people making Pokemon is that you're supposed to catch new Pokemon and cycle out your old ones, like if that's the point of the game, or like the intended play pattern, then sure. If every Pokemon is supposed to be somewhat viable going into the late game, then, you know, that's a different story. But also there's like a Bisquillion Pokemon, so that's part of the problem. So I do understand letting the update cook though. Well, the problem, the main thing with me is that like I don't want to publish new inspiration and then have it be like fuck busted and then have that be a problem. Like, I think if I published new inspiration to be 1 strength, 2 strength, then, like, this character would be busted. Whereas, like, the downside of it, it's like exhaust then not exhaust. The downside of even the upgraded version of inspiration is that, like, it's like you have to cast it, like, 3 times for it to be as good as Inflame. But the thing is, if you go, like, inspiration, retrace, inspiration, like Tear Reality, Inspiration, Time Walk, then you have Inflame with potential of being more than Inflame. That was like a bazillion cards, but don't worry about it. Okay, well, there's a Fusion Hammer. I think we've upgraded most of the things we want to upgrade, so can't upgrade Retrace, which is sad. Let's do this. He becomes a Beatrill at level 10. For reference, by that point, your starter still hasn't evolved once. I see. Okay. I understand. You could give it the common modded word exhaustive. Where it exhausts after a few uses. Yeah, but it's like, I was trying to think of like what the intended goal of someone playing Flagbearer is supposed to be, and I think the point was that you're supposed to be, you're supposed to play relatively slow, and then once you resolve your scaling, you're just like miles ahead of the other characters, right? So it's like, if you happen to resolve a blessing, you just resolved 2 upgraded Inflames and 2 upgraded Footworks, which is insane. Like that's so much scaling. It's ridiculous. But that's kind of the point, right? Where it's like your puzzle is figuring out how the fuck you're supposed to resolve this card, because it's a 3-mana power with banner magic. So, but once you resolve it, it's like the best thing ever. Right. Fuck. What do I do now? Do I just take 1 billion damage? I feel like I need to take 1 billion damage. We can do this and then this. Okay, that did not really work out as I'd hoped. I could take less damage this way, though. The third design was to be a good Pokemon early game and become bad halfway through. The main issue is that Game Freak has made good Pokemon for that role at this point, and Beedrill is not one of them. I see. Understandable. Like, yeah, so there are other Pokemon that do Beedrill's role. But, I mean, I guess this is the thing that I was just thinking, is that, like, listen, I understand that, like, this Pokemon could be bad. However, counterpoint, you could just play with bad Pokemon. I know that doesn't... It's kind of like... Well, if your favorite weapon type fucking sucks, it's like, hey, there are hammers in this game, but they're unplayably bad. And it's like, yeah, just play them, even though they're bad. It's kind of like, well, no one wants to do that, and I understand that. I'm just saying, like, you can play Suspend Flagbearer. It's really bad. Yeah, it's not really a good point, honestly, but... I feel like in a game like Pokemon... Hey, granted, in PvE it's stupidly easy, so you can just do whatever you want. That's what I'm saying, is that, like, depending on the difficulty of the game, you can just do whatever the fuck you want. It doesn't matter. It's like your Beedrill will probably end up being too OP. But... Oh, we ran out of music. Go again. Lose HP. Not 2 spikers. No! No! Oh, it was command. Thank God. It was like my blessing. I missed a momentum swipe. Can we get a I missed a momentum swipe count? Missed momentum swipes. 553902573907590237990. Nice, thank you. I appreciate that. Still haven't picked up the red key. Fuck. As a Gunlance main, I feel personally attacked. What? By playing a bad weapon? I think Gunlance is supposed to be good. Well, the thing is, like, I feel like all the weapons in Monster Hunter are pretty balanced. really late final evolutions, like level 50. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Gunlance is very much not a good weapon. I mean, listen, you can have like a complex around whether your weapon is good or not, but I think I trust the game designers for Monster Hunter on this one. I'm gonna be real with you, Chief. I think they understand. I think they get it. It's like not every weapon needs to be exactly the same or deal exactly the same amount of damage. Just that there are like benefits and reasons why you want to choose one thing over the other. You should just trust a random tier list. Amazing. Base Rise Gunlance was almost unplayable? Was it? I thought I remember I saw people like bullet dash spamming. And that looked kind of fun. Oh man. We're just bullying this guy at this point. Bonk. I feel like I want to take the safe route. Like, deck seems fine, so I think we just want to, like, take it safe. Take it safe. I'm gonna get rid of this miracle. It's not very good. Gotta be honest with you. Okay. Thing is, even when a Mega Evolved Beedrill, or with a Mega Evolved Beedrill, it still needs a good matchup to do any real work. If he's not one-shotting, which he probably isn't given his awful moves, he's dying immediately. There you go. You got a theme song? I wish. No, this is Dolce Biblioteca for Blue Archive. Song's freaking sweet. I actually listened to this when I was doing, like, programming stuff. Which is, like, 50% giving me PTSD, because I would be sitting in the workspace alone doing programming, but... But it's a good song. I want to curate a better playlist of like just random gacha game music, because shit goes so hard. Like, damn. Didn't know you played Blue Archive? I don't. I just watched Blue Sechi, which is basically playing Blue Archive, so... Do I want an apotheosis? I mean, like, the problem is, like, I don't really need apotheosis for anything. I guess it makes, like, my defense better. Yeah, like, makes some of my cards better, I guess, but, you know. I can't upgrade it, that's the problem. I have 5 mana, though. 5 mana every turn. Sure. Let's try it. Get rid of the strike. Get out of here. Okay. Base Rise Gunlance was so bad that they buffed every one of its moves around 30%, and it's still the second worst weapon for speedruns. Well, I mean, the context of speedrunning is not the context of a casual player playing Monster Hunter, I would like to mention. So, I don't think many weapons are balanced around the speedrunning community. I'm very sorry to break it to you. I think buffing the damage so that it works is good, but there are a lot more factors that go into speedrunning than like considering the average user of a weapon. What I think they need to do is make a regional variant of Beedrill so that he's carrying a Glock. Oh my god. Terrible. It's awful and terrible. Oh. Can't defend myself. This one. Oh, fuck. Okay. Oh, frick. Okay. Damage of gunlines and base tries was so slow that there were casual players that would kick gunlines players from lobbies because the lack of damage was a liability. Again, casual players. I've been kicked from lobbies for that reason before. Well, see, here's the problem is that, like, the reaction or the public perception of a weapon is not indicative of whether the weapon is balanced or not. You could say that a champion in League of Legends is the most annoying champion ever and you never want to play against it. And everybody seems to agree with you, so it's permanently banned. But, like, the win rate could be 40%. Like, public perception is not an indicator of balance. But, like, I don't know. Listen, Cavalier, you're saying a lot of things about gunlance, and the weird thing is that, like, my only data point on gunlance, and this is, like, completely anecdotal, is that, like, I have one friend who is such a gunlance nut that he just, like, kills everything. I don't even know how he does it. He just fucks everything up with gunlance, and I'm just like, huh? Like it's like he's been fucking everything up with gunlance since like 4 or 3 or whatever. Like, he only plays gunlance. And I'm like, stop it. So every time I see him play it, I'm just like, man, this weapon's fucking busted. Help me. I'm saying that as a hyperbole, and this is an anecdote. I'm just saying that it's like... I have reason to be skeptical. Is all I'm saying. Anecdotally, I have reason to be skeptical. Part of that is that gunlance players are very devoted to their weapon. I mean, sure. Like, I don't think he identifies as a gunlance player. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like... He's just fucks things up. It's kind of sick. It's a shame we didn't get a chance to play Rise together. I think he played it on the Switch, so we didn't get an opportunity to play together. All you need to do is play a game of Overwatch and League to know players don't always know how strong a character is, especially Overwatch. No matter what character you pick, it's weak. Well, see, here's the thing that I think a lot of people don't understand about balancing, is that, like, having something be mathematically perfectly balanced to 100% accuracy between a series of like non-transitive relationships is fucking impossible. Like, you are never going to get perfect balance between things. Like, you can't balance an apple against an orange. Like, you just literally can't. Right? So it's like, you can think about it. Like, you can do stuff about it, but the reality is that, like, it's not... Like, nigh impossible. So it's like the goal of someone who is balancing something is generally not generally not to balance an apple against an orange. It's to give you a reason to want to pick an apple or an orange. So if there is literally no reason to ever pick the orange, then no one will pick it. But if there's a reason to maybe want to pick the orange, then people will pick it. Right? So, like, I don't know. Literally, the textbook I read about game balance, like, talks about this. Just go read it. It's like one of the opening lines, where it's like, they compare it to fun. Schreiber and Romero. They compare it to fun, where it's like, how do you make a game more fun? Like, really ask yourself that question. Like, how do you do that? How do you add fun to a game? Right? And the general idea is that, like, you can't just add fun to a game. Like, there's no, like, this ingredient is the fun ingredient. So, like, I put more into it, and then, like, wow, I added fun. It's like balancing, or balance is an emergent property of particular things that you do. And what you're kind of looking for is particular outcomes. Like, is there a reason to pick an orange or an apple? Or is that even the point of the balance? Or is the point of the balance that you're supposed to always pick apples? So, like, you pick orange for a while, and then you're like, okay, well, this thing sucks, so I'm going to stop picking it. I think generally the intent of a system where you can pick apples, oranges, pears, grapes, etc., like a series of fruits that are all different from each other, i.e. the weapons in Monster Hunter, is that, like, each of them should be reasonable to pick for a player who wants to play the game. And, you know, it's fair for them to address that at a numbers level. When they go, okay, Katana is broken, so we're gonna nerf Spirit Homebreaker because it's way too strong, and we're gonna buff Gunlance because their shit's too weak. Like, it's fair for them to want to do that, but it's contingent on the idea of, like, what are they actually trying to achieve? And I think oftentimes people slip into, like, it should numerically be exactly the same or competitively viable in the speedrunning community, and it's like, fucking, I don't know. You can't see me shrugging. My hands are literally in the air. I'm shrugging so high right now. It's like, man, Kokonoe is so shit. Like, her basic attack string is so shit. Why would you ever play her? Competitively unviable. It's like, I don't know, because you want to play a cat girl that shoots lasers at people. It's fun. You want to have infinite dash and just meme on people on your scooter. There should be a reason to want to do it. It's fine in Sunbreak, but it was pretty bad in Rise. I mean, fair. If that's your experience of it, like, you know, I'm not going to explicitly disagree with your experience. I'm just saying that, like, I feel like people's interpretations of what balance is usually misguided. Fuck! Oh, ink bottle? Fuck! Why? I have like two defense in this deck. Why? God, I hate it here. Fucking parasited again. God damn it. We just turned the apple to orange. I, for one, want all the Blaze Blue Entropy effect characters to be Jin with different wigs. Amazing. Spectacular. Rance has it figured out. Oh, wait, Apotheosis doesn't fucking do anything. What am I doing? I'm gonna cast Apotheosis again. Let's go. It's actually really funny how bad that is. Oh, that's so bad. Oh no, tentacle pile, don't put a parasite in me. Oh no, I really hope the writhing mass doesn't... Oh no! Oh no, I'm getting parasited. Oh no. Yeah. Not the parasite. Fucking disgusting. Double appearances for Searing Strike. Clearly. Yes, thank you, Rance. That was an applicable 10 seconds. Got him. Applicable application of bunk chat. Valid. Probably on cooldown. I would. Here's where Poi comes back and says literally 1984. It's 1984, right? That's the thing. Yeah. Yeah. Bonk chat is a command now? When did that happen? Bonk chat has been a command since I made the bot. It's just always been there. Interesting that it has a cooldown message despite only being usable by mods. Yeah, that's interesting. For sure. What am I doing here? Dying? Jeez, that's like 60 damage. Oh, thank fuck. Oh my god. So much damage. 69. Oh, whip. Yeah, I mean, someone who's not a mod should try using it and seeing if it works. Do we bully this guy? Do we bully them? Get bullied? Oh, I wonder what happens if you stun it into the phase change. I'm gonna keep this a mid-second to see what that does. Oh, nice apotheosis. It eats the stun if I remember correctly. Now I want to test something. Yeah, I think it's... Did it go? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Jesus helped me with the test. Thanks, Jesus. Appreciate it. I literally had the emit second. I forgot to do it. God damn it. My brain is too big. Yes. I believe that is correct. Well, that's a lot of damage. Don't mind me. Just scaling. Taking so much damage. I feel like it's gonna be very difficult for this mid-second to be good, so I'm just gonna use it. Aw. Gotta say this upgrade potion is you're putting in work. Oh no. Are we dead? Is it better to recall focus and then see if I draw more block? I think so. Hey, there we go. Well, that emit second sure did nothing. Oh, no. Well, if anything, I'm not dying to the donut, at least. I'd be dying to the Deca. Recall focus, hard carry. It was a really good recall focus. We auto recall next turn. So much plated armor, it's so obnoxious. Going to draw off this. Well, you wanted to smash Donu? Was Donu getting you there? Nice Excalibur. Huge, juicy, meaty Excalibur. Yep. What is that second one? Is that a ring? You want to talk about Donu rings? I guess Blessing of the Forge could be used early in the next fight, maybe. Want to hold Sanctuary for next turn? A hole. Oh! It looked like a ring to me. That's a lot of damage. A ring has a hole? It really does. Oh. I should have planted first. Nice. Look at all that armor damage. Oh, this is terrible. Wow. That sucks. Literally can't flip the other way. Yeah, divination used to be bad skim. For no other reason it's outside of it being an MTG meme. Holy fuck, dude. So many burns. I'm getting outscaled! They're outscaling me! Yeah, fuck you. Oh, I'm still dead. Fuck! No! Ah, man. That's so painful. We were so close. I wonder if I used potions this fight, if I could have made it. Maybe. Dying to Sentry's average Flagbearer run. Yep. I mean, sentries are just such a good time, you know what I mean? Yeah, I was actually thinking about that. I was wondering if, like, if Flagbearer wanted to have, like, some kind of burst defend card. Because, like, other characters have, like, for example, like, Silent has Screech or whatever. So it's like, I kind of wondered if having a a burst defend card would be useful. But like it's basically Time Walk is a burst defense card. So Divination is still bad skim. Disagree. There's a difference between drawing cards on the current turn and the next turn. That's just... they do different things. Time Walk doesn't make the attack go away. That is correct. No, Barbie, you aren't my favorite woman of all time. Damn. Getting Barbie ads. Okay, so it was possible. Fuck. Just too many clicks, my dude. I feel like we're a little light on defense, no? Maybe not. You know YouTube ads are targeted, right? Oh boy. Clearly they've got the demographic right. Yep, I guess this is my life. Fucking hell. Ah! I mean, like, I wasn't gonna be able to defend this anyways. Well, that's fine. Didn't play cards for Ink Bottle, terrible gamer. I literally didn't play the slime because I didn't want to take damage. Ah! Average Flagbearer run. Damn. Game's too hard. Alright, here's where we play Entropy Effect. Here's where we go and play Entropy Effect. We're the gen run calling for you. we didn't have to do it today. But I am gonna do it today because I want to. The first turn where you could have played 2 defensive cards. Oh. Okay. Hold on a second. I'm gonna turn off the Blue Arcade music. I mean, that's a good song. Actually, maybe I could still have it on because I think the game doesn't really have music in certain places. Where is the game? Hate this. Here we go. Alright. Because I'm not going to be here until, like, next week. Defect is also soul character, so let's see how many burst defend cards he has. Steam Barrier, Auto Shields, Chill, Genetic Algorithm, and Buffer. Yeah, Buffer's a good one. Oh wait. I didn't check to see if I could buy the thing. Yeah. So I got, right before stream, I got a pretty decent Ragnar run. I unlocked some more characters. This is my S. Big. I've been meaning, the thing is I need to, oh, I unlocked Hakumen too, he's fun. Hakumen's really fun. Let's see. So I think it's like this. Yeah, let's try. Because I do need to get a higher level Jin. So yeah, maybe a card that like loses that loses defense over time. Fun fact, Hakumen is Jin, but from the future in a different timeline because anime? Oh, I didn't know that. That's neat. Ooh. Ugh. The damage. Yeah, I may or may not have been playing the game for a very extended period of time yesterday. One could debatably call haste a burst defend. Yeah, the thing is, it doesn't actually defend, right? Oh! Oh, where'd the guy go? Oh, whoops. Sure, let's do this one. Potential. The unsheathing move can block attacks. Upon blocking an attack, attacks one more time, during which you are invincible. The unsheathing attack. Don't they not have the unsheathing attack? Dash, new move. Right icicles to dash forward. Taking enemies along the path. Dash plus basic attack uses inertia to unsheath and slash. I have no idea. Any attack that follows the sheathing move is upgraded. Once upgraded, the first combo of ground basic attack and the second combo of airborne basic attack have pursuit. The pursuit can be triggered by holding. Well, I really wish I knew what any of these did. What's the unsheathing move? Is that my... Unsheath the blade? I think that's what they're referring to. Ooh. Oh, maybe they're talking about my strength. Or the strong attack. It's like that. It's actually kind of awkward. It's really awkward, actually. That was anything after the sheathing move, not the unsheathing move. Oh, well, my brain's really big. The sheathing move, got it. Trying to get it to trigger. How do I get it to do the big thing? I don't know how to make it big. Yeah, like that. How did I do that? I don't understand. Is that the thing? That's the thing, right? I think I need to press it as it blinks. That's so difficult, actually. That's so hard. That's so hard to do that. I don't know how they managed to make a sword version of active reload, but they did. The timing is just very precise. Can't wait to get roasted by this boss. Oh. Ow. Not the end lag. Ow. Stop it. Okay, well, I'm currently dying. Oh, I'm just gonna miss everything and then die. Nice! Nice pod. Nice! Nice! Literally miss everything. Let's go! Let's go! Oh, hold basic attack. Unsheath the thing. Unsheath the sword and thrust it into the ground, spawning circles. Okay. So we've done this one. This one has synergy, though. What does this one do? On the ground, if you hold basic attack upon sheathing, you can directly use the homing / right after start powering up blah. During the third combo of ground basic attack, hold the button to directly start powering up the thing. Okay. So Yeah, okay. This character's hard. It's like you can instantly do that with the timing. Okay. I can see it. I can see it. I got it. Now, if I could just stop getting hit by literally everything. Ow. God damn it. Come on. Give me the thing. I want the unsheath. Fuck. Why the supposed hard time limit is of 2 hours is near. That is true. It's okay though. My public transit is at 1 hour from now. I'll be fine. Good to know that time playing still hasn't made you able to dodge the bombs enemies drop on death. Yes. Well, I mean, you know, it depends really. Let's use this one. Seems better. Also, like, the combos are just the timing, you know? We'll fail this run and then we'll get going. It's fine. Shouldn't be longer than... Shouldn't be that much longer. See, I'm slightly sad because I know I'm not going to be able to play this for the next few days. Because my laptop is broken as shit. So if I brought it with me, it wouldn't help me at all. I guess I could try making it run on my laptop. It's fine. Have you found out what entropy even does yet? Nope. I just play at 200 entropy and then call it a day. I was gonna look it up, actually. But then stream started. I'm assuming it causes corruption effects to happen more often. Yeah, I think it gives you like a... Like the buffs on the top right, they give you like a bonus and then also a downside. So if you're just at 200, then you get an upside and a downside. And then you just have a long list of upsides and downsides. So that's not happening. Oh. God damn. Oh, this is going well. Bonk. This character's too hard for me, man. It's too hard. I don't know what to say. Character's too difficult. My brain's too tiny. Ice Fang, save. Also, ground skills is halved, and you can use them 2 times in a row. That sounds really good. Put on cat ears, you got the upgrade? Wait, what upgrade? Wait, which one? The cat ear upgrade? Which one's the cat ear upgrade? Oh, the cats. Yes, you're right. That's true. You're right, you're right. Yeah, I don't know what's good, so I'm just gonna pick whatever. God damn. Oh, what the... Oh, no. That's probably not even good. It's really funny. What? Stop. Up and base attack. Unsheaths the blade and strikes 1 time while gaining invincibility for a short while. Sheaths and quickly slashes 4 times. Okay, well, I don't know what that means, but here we go. It's like, I want to hit the... What do I get for unsheathing at the right time for that one? Oh, it's that. Yeah, you'll get the blue after image if it's done right. Fuck, this character's so difficult. What the hell? S was literally just like a lot of button presses, but like everything having the what you're calling like the manual reload thing, it's like it's so difficult. It's on literally everything. I know it's only like one of the upgrades, but it kind of seems like it's like an important one. I quite like active reload, so this is the first one you've done that made me consider getting the game. Yeah, it's like I literally play a class that like has a timing link thing, like like I play a class that does something similar to this. It's just like the timing on this one is very precise, or it feels very precise. It might be that once I get tuned to like early pressing it, it's easier, because it feels like you can press it a little bit before the sheath actually happens, and it'll input cue you, which is better for reading it or for getting it consistently. Just pressing it like a little bit early. So you need to get used to the timing instead of relying on the visual cue. I don't even know what has Icicle on it right now. Oh, not enough exchange points. Come on. Just gonna skip this. Oh, you have to take it? Oh, that's unfortunate. Wow, we went to 0 entropy. That's crazy. That's not actually what I was expecting. Gamble! Sure. Oh, I could have bought an HP mixture. Shit. It's Articuno. Okay, buddy. Listen, pal. Listen, amigo compadre. Oh, I'm just gonna die. Okay, well. Alright, well that character's different. Or difficult. Not this character. Okay. Upon taking hit, you get Frostbite. Sure! Fighting him is nightmare in the fighting game. Yeah, I heard he's a weird one. He's a weird guy. Weird dude. Okay, well now we have a leveled up Gen. And we're gonna not worry about that. Yeah, I played like half a run as Noelle, and I'm like, cool, I don't like this character. Aquaman's really fun. Well, we're not actually gonna play this run, but I want to show you because I like They really give you a lot of time to do Hakumen's counter. I just want to show off this one thing before we go, because this character is really fun. And it's one of those things where it's like, okay, look at how long this counterattack is here for. Okay, well, before that. So, like, that's how long the counter window stays up for. So it's like, and you would think, oh, that means this character is really easy. But like, I still die, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's hard to manage all of the shit happening on the screen and still go for the counter hits. Because if you're playing a character that, like, you still need to do all the combos and stuff, otherwise your DPS won't be high. But the counter hit is, like, very forgiving. So what it reminds me of is actually, like, the current way the switch skills in Rise are. I assume it's not an omnidirectional counter. Yes, it is only in front of you. It is only in front of you. So it kind of reminds me of how it's implemented in Monster Hunter, which I think is really cool. Which is that the counter timing is pretty fucking forgiving. But the entire rest of the game, you need to be doing stuff. So it's like, yes, you have this really big counter window, but also you need to be doing all the other things, and there's a lot to manage, which is really fucking cool. I had a lot of fun playing this character. So you all should look forward to me playing this game, because I'm really excited. I actually want to play a lot more of it on stream. So, but that's going to be it for today. We're going to go. So, yeah, like, and there's a hard mode, and the hard mode's actually difficult. So, like, there's a lot to do. So, that's going to be it for today, though. If you're still here, I'm going to say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here. I appreciate your support, as always. Rants, thank you for the supas. I hope that Gen Run was at least slightly cool. He looks really hard. Make sure to practice Gen. Have a good one. Yeah, no, I'd be down to get that done. Just start a point. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. But yeah, so I don't know if I'm going to be back by Monday. I definitely won't have time to make a schedule, or probably won't. I might. I mean, I'm a workaholic, so I might finish it on Sunday, even though I shouldn't be, and then, but don't wait up for it. I might be back on Monday. We might jam Entropy or something. I want to play After Image. Might shift Cyberpunk to once a week and then prioritize the other two. I don't know yet. I'm thinking about all of it. So thanks so much, everybody, and I'll see you all later. If I don't see you for Christmas, happy Crimbo. Have a good one. We'll see you all later. Bye. Bye. Bye-bye. My cursor is stuck in the screen. There we go.